What is going on, guys? Money Webby here. What the hell happened week one? No one did what they were supposed to do. All the studs just came out flat. I think the only team that got the memo of that they had a game this week was the Chiefs. Like Alex Smith, number 1 in the league in passing yards, Kareem Hunt, 1st in the league in rushing yards, and Tyreek Hill, 2nd in the league in receiving yards. So an insane week. No one did anything. Like Aaron Rodgers throws 1 touchdown, Tom Brady throws 0, 2 of the favorite guys for MVP. Everyone just came out flat. Le'Veon Bell only saw the field like 70% of the snaps after being on the field like every single snap last year. The Steelers kind of punished him, whatever, and I guess in that sense. David Johnson goes down with an injury. You got Allen Robinson going down like the first quarter, out for the year, and then Danny Woodhead. I drafted him in both of my leagues, my big leagues. I loved him going in the year. I fell in the spell under Danny Woodhead again. He goes down week 1 yet again. Can this guy just stay on the field for me once? The second time I've owned him and he's down week 1. Definitely sucks, but we got some waiver wire pickups for you guys to fill those voids of Allen Robinson. David Johnson, he might be out for the whole entire year as well. So A-Rob's down for the year. David's down for the year, then Woodhead might be out for like most of the year, so just a shitty situation if you have any of those guys. But there's some guys in the waiver wire for you to target to fill the void for them. So I got some of my favorite waiver wire pickups for this week. Starting off a running back, we're going with Tariq, the freak Cohen, the friggin' tiny little running back, 5'6", 180, but he's fast, he's quick, and he can catch the ball, unlike Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard, he led the league in the NFL with drops last year among running backs, and he wasn't even targeted that much. He only had like 45 targets, and he led the NFL in drops, so extremely bad hands for running back. Tariq Cohen, don't have to worry about that. Great hands. He had 8 catches on 12 targets. There was only 5 times last year where a running back had 12-plus targets, so Tariq Cohen already doing that in his first NFL game. So crazy stuff. And Jordan Howard, he took a big hit in his snaps as well. Only 38 snaps compared to Tariq Cohen's 28. And it's not like this game was out of hand. Like the Bears were within like a touchdown the whole entire game. So that is a very good sign for Tariq Cohen. And looking at the Bears, you figured for them to be losing in almost every single game. So if they get down big, then Tariq Cohen should be on the field a lot. The Bears seem to love this guy to give him that much work in his first NFL game. They seem to love him in the preseason as well, giving him a lot of hype and buzz. So I love Tariq Cohen, my favorite waiver wire pickup for this week. Great to fill in for Danny Woodhead, especially in PPR leagues, as he fills the same kind of role that Woodhead had in the offense for the Ravens. And then David Johnson, obviously if you lost him, you need any sort of running back you can find. So I think Tariq Cohen is the best running back to target. So moving on to wide receiver, another rookie here. The theme of this is there is a lot of rookies that really stepped up yesterday. Cooper Kupp, another one, 4 catches for 76 yards. Yesterday's game and a touchdown. It was against a very bad Colts defense. Bear in mind their secondary is depleted. Vontae Davis was hurt in that game, but Cooper Kupp, he was working the inside of the field very well, very efficient, averaging 19 yards per catch, and he was on the field almost every single play as well. He had 1 more snap than Sammy Watkins. So Cooper Kupp looking very good in the preseason and carries that over into week 1. I think he's one of the safest options in this offense. Watkins has some very tough matchups on the outside in this division against like Richard Sherman, Patrick Peterson, and some other guys throughout this year. So Cooper Kupp in the inside seems to have that connection with Jared Goff, so I love him. I think he'll be a solid wide receiver 3 when it's all said and done this year, and he looked good in college, looked good this year so far. So Cooper Kupp, a great option for wide receiver. If you lost Allen Robinson or you're just weak at wide receiver, definitely target him. So another running back I really like is Buck Allen to fill that void for Danny Woodhead. They're going to need a running back to catch the ball out of the backfield. Terrence West, not really a receiving back. And Buck Allen, he showed that he can do that in 2015 when he was given the opportunity. He had 45 catches on 61 targets, good for 350 yards, and averaged 7.8 per catch. So it was pretty efficient with the looks he got receiving. So I think he'll take most of those targets from Danny Woodhead and will be a good fill-in for your team if you have Woodhead until he's back from that injury. So I think he's a solid running back 3-4, like a solid throw-in flex guy if you're hurting for PPR leagues especially. And I think Terrence West, they should split the ball like 50-50. get each around like 10, 15 carries a game, and Buck Allen could honestly take over Terrence West because I think Buck Allen has more talent compared to him, some more upside out of him compared to West, and we don't know who's going to get the goal line snaps. Probably Terrence West, I would imagine, so that limits Buck Allen's upside, but I definitely like him if you're hurting at running back. He actually led the team in snaps yesterday with 33 compared to Terrence West 27, but they were up pretty heavy in that game, so who knows how much you can take that for granted or how much you could put in stake into that. And yeah, so if Joe Flacco, he loves throwing it to the running back. That's where I really like Danny Woodhead. He actually led the team in receiving yesterday with 3 catches for like 30 yards, and he only played 1 series, so that just shows how much he loves to throw to the running back. And yeah, so I think Buck Allen is a great pickup, especially for Danny Woodhead owners. And another running back that gets a boost due to the injury to David Johnson is Kyren Williams. I don't really like to target the situation here, though. It seems like a committee here with Andre Ellington and Kyren Williams, and they might add Chris Johnson back to the fold after they cut him like a week ago. And they just signed a Patriots practice squad player, DJ Foster, who actually is pretty solid and shifty running back. I know that because I'm a Patriots fan, kind of a guy like no one heard of, but DJ Foster is solid running back, and Kyren Williams, he doesn't catch the ball at all throughout his career. He has like 1 or 2 catches in every single year, so I don't see it for Kyren Williams. I mean, this Cardinals offense will probably be pretty bad considering they lost their best player by far in David Johnson. They got an old Larry Fitzgerald and old Carson Palmer that just threw 3 picks against a pretty bad Lions defense, so I'm not going to target Kyren Williams. I mean, if you're really hurting at running back, you can go and grab him, but I'd probably wait on another running back to be signed by this Cardinals team if they get anyone like D'Angelo Williams or someone that actually is a solid running back. Kyren Williams does not look that great of a running back to me, and this is a bad offense, so I'm not really targeting him. But someone I am targeting is another rookie, Kenny Golladay here for the Lions. We saw last year with Anquan Bolden, he was just getting a ton of targets in the red zone, and Kenny Golladay looks to be filling that void for this Lions team. People thought it was going to be Eric Ebron, but it seems to be more Kenny Golladay, a freak of an athlete, 6'4", can jump with the best of them. They're calling him Babytron already. This guy is a freak. He had 4 catches, 69 yards. He got a 45-yard touchdown and a nice grab in the red zone as well, so 2 touchdowns already coming out hot, and he saw a decent amount of snaps as well. I think he might even be a better player than Marvin Jones, so by the end of this year, he could be the number 2 target at wide receiver, so that is a lot of upside for a pickup. I mean, he'll probably be a little bit up and down and week by week, considering they got Golden Tate as well, Theo Riddick, kind of those move the chains guys. So I think Golladay will rely on the touchdowns, but some weeks when he gets those touchdowns, he'll be going off. So a great DFS play in that right as well if he's in a good matchup. So Kenny Golladay, if you're hurting at wide receiver with Allen Robinson out, another guy you can definitely target here. And for my last waiver wire pickup, it's another wide receiver. With Allen Robinson out for the year, someone is going to have to step up at wide receiver. This spot doesn't really have that much upside with Marquise Lee, considering they're just going to pound Leonard Fournette the whole entire year. But I think he'll be a serviceable wide receiver 3/4 for your offense here. He had a very good underrated year, 63 catches for 851 yards last year as the second fiddle in an offense to Allen Robinson with Blake Bortles at the helm. That's pretty damn good. And Allen Hurns, he's a second option, but he was looking at the inside out before the year started with D.D. Westbrook actually being ahead of him on the depth chart, but then D.D. Westbrook hit the IR, so Allen Hurns boosted back into the offense. So Marquise Lee, I think he's going to be the guy that fills Allen Robinson's role the best. Similar kind of stature, like a tall, lanky wide receiver that can go up and get a jump ball. Similar to Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns will still have the same role, maybe a few extra targets, but he's more of that slot wide receiver. So I think Marquise Lee is the biggest benefactor here and probably the best wide receiver on this team now. But like I said, not much upside considering how much they're going to be running the ball. Their defense is great, so they're going to be trying to play for their defense in every single game. But Marquise Lee could be the best option on this Jags offense at wide receiver, and I think he will be. So that is it for the waiver wire pickups. You got a lot of rookies with Tariq Cohen, Kenny Golladay, Cooper Kupp, and also some other little scat backs that might have an expanded role due to the injuries. So leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to get the waiver wire pickups, my DFS plays every single week. I'll probably be doing some spread picks with my friend in the next day or so as well. I gotta get a new mic though, because I couldn't really pick up his audio that well when I tried to do a video with him last time. But definitely leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more content. So good luck on the waiver wire. Hope you guys get anyone that you're looking for there, and we'll see you back here next week.